There was a distant town in Mexico where people used to live a peaceful life until one dark night a sinister whisper in the town began to torment people and enveloped everyone in its tormenting humming sound for moments. Those humming sounds were always followed by music that haunted everyone who heard it. That ominous melody mysteriously seeped into the air and became the most horrifying nightmare for the people living there. Within moments it plagued those unlucky individuals who heard it and tormented those residents of the New Mexico town of Taos. It started as a soft hum which was barely audible, and then it turned into horrifying whispers, finally followed by haunted music. It grew louder and louder, creeping into the minds of the townsfolk like an insidious fog. This mysterious humming that remained persistent during a quiet time of the night was famously known as the Taos hum. People heard a strange humming sound which was more of a buzzing that really irritated them to a level that it got into their heads and gave them headaches, anxiety, nausea, debilitating headaches, and fear. It was always followed by a strange music. Those who heard it got possessed by the demon lurking in that music. Since then, the town of Taos has been a hub of interest for many scientists, supernatural experts, and ghost hunters. People who heard it described it as the most frightening experience of their lives. Alex was one of the paranormal investigators that came to unravel the mystery of this melodic humming. He came from California, all the way to the town of Taos. When he entered the town, he was shocked to see empty streets, flickering street lights, and just darkness everywhere. He was welcomed by one of the natives named Sean, who called him to the town. Sean told him about the weird history of the town that cursed it with this disturbing music. Everything was linked to a haunted rest house, which was rumored to be the source of that haunted humming and music. A man named Victor lived in that house, where he used to sing and play music occasionally. One night, when a group of people went into his house to stop the music as it was troubling the neighbors, they found a creepy ritualistic setup where he was worshipping a demon by playing an ominous melody that cursed his house. The group of people destroyed the house and killed Victor on the spot because of this black magic. The news was covered up by the natives, and a rest house was built above Victor's burnt place to hide the scary past. Everything was going well until the curse of the demonic ritual returned and plagued the town with the music that haunted them. Alex insisted that he wanted to stay at that rest house for the night. Sean took him there, and on the way to the rest house, Alex told Sean to stop the car so that he could talk to some natives about that haunted music. Sean didn't want it, but after insisting, when Alex finally stopped at a store and talked with the person inside, he replied with a creepy grin on his face and told Alex to leave the town as soon as possible. Alex couldn't understand this weird behavior, but then Sean told him that no one in the town talked about the cursed humming. They feared that if they talked about it, the demon would possess them and they would be killed. They went straight to the place where Alex was meant to stay, and after providing him all the information, Sean left, leaving Alex alone in that small house. It was a one-bedroom house in the cheapest area of the town. After the tiring journey, Alex hopped online to research even more about this sinister mystery before a sudden sound had him put everything on pause for a minute. This was the reason. Alex was in the town. He heard subtle humming followed by a loud thud sounding like it was upstairs. His initial concern was a possible leak in the roof or water pipes, so he went up to look. As he went to find it, he continuously kept on hearing that subtle humming and thumps from every corner of his house. The only room upstairs was a single bedroom and a half bathroom, and neither of them had any signs of leaks anywhere. He thought of ignoring the sound for some time until 10 minutes later, when he heard another thump from upstairs. It was so muffled that it almost sounded like someone was on the roof. He did an even more thorough search of both his bedroom and the bathroom up there. When he was about to open the bedroom door in the corridor upstairs, he heard someone whispering and humming inside. It was as if someone was talking and singing alone inside the room. He opened the door quickly and everything went quiet. There was no one in the room. Then he felt as if picture frames on the walls were trembling like an earthquake, but he couldn't figure out the reason for it. He was sure it wasn't the wind as the weather was calm outside. Everything vibrated through the walls like something was literally hitting the house. He was scared as hell during that time. He continuously felt a sinister presence in the house. After some time of patience, he went outside the house as he couldn't take it anymore, and that ominous humming was driving him crazy. While standing outside, he could hear those mysterious whispers coming from inside the house. All of a sudden, he caught sight of a shadowy figure in the window at the top of the house. He could see its creepy smile and red glowing eyes looking right at him. He noticed that the window was higher than the bedroom window, meaning it had to be an attic. He ran inside the house and went upstairs. He didn't know about the attic in this house. As he was on the first floor, he heard footsteps over his head as if someone was walking on the roof. As he stood there searching for the hatch to open the attic door, he heard a scream from downstairs. He leaned down to look downstairs but couldn't see anyone, and then continued searching for the attic door. It took him a minute to find it. To his surprise, it was inside his bedroom closet. It was small and perfectly smooth, with the ceiling blending in aside from the tiny gaps from where it opened. By that time, the humming had transformed into a tormenting music that tortured Alex. His nose began to bleed while he tried to open the attic door. He stood up on a box and pulled it down, releasing a rusty ladder from the opening. Immediately, he was hit with a rotten smell, followed by another thumping sound again along with the haunted music. He could tell the attic was extremely short, maybe 2 feet tall at most. He climbed up carefully and looked into this tiny space, basically a wide dark tunnel. In the end, by the window, he could make out a figure ducked down on all fours and looking straight at him. It was just staring at him with its red glowing eyes. Beside him were some candles lit around a ritualistic setup. The crooked figure in the attic was humming in a demonic tone, and just beside him was an old radio that played mysterious music that was haunting the people in the town. He almost fell off the ladder trying to jump down and run away. As he was going away, he felt that he was being followed by that crooked figure. He could feel it breathing heavily behind him as he tried to run away. He quickly ran out of the house and called Sean to pick him up. That shadowy figure stood at the door of the house looking at him and humming that ominous melody along with the haunted music. It didn't come out and kept looking at him, partially hidden behind the door standing there. Sean got there after a while, and Alex went straight to the city near the town where he stayed for a day before returning back to California. All the people in that town eventually left it as the haunted music kept on possessing and killing people as a part of a curse. The echoes of that tormenting hums and music still resonate in Alex's ears, and the sight of that crooked figure in the attic still haunts him. If this story sent shivers down your spine too, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe the channel for more of these stories. And remember, darkness can hide in the familiar. Trust your instincts, and stay safe out there. Until next time, sleep well.